morning. I am Kelsey E. Brumble with Lukey Partners Keller Williams.
And I'm Rusty with Mortgages by Rusty.
And we are at
Kava and Company.
Kava and Company.
Kava and Company.
So it's a CBD cafe, coffee shop.
Yep.
They've got like live mic nights and stuff in there too. We saw something about a drum circle, I think, on Thursdays. So it's just different type of vibe. But
it's in Mandarin.
Yeah.
And if you've been in the area a while, you know there used to be Blockbuster, which is a fossil. There used to be one in the same shopping center, and it's right off of 295 on Old St. Augustine Road, kind of right across the street from like Burger King and Wells Fargo. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a live taste test today.
Yeah, completely live.
Like you're gonna see reactions and everything. Mainly because they have, you can add CBD add-ons in there, B12, ashwagandha, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Delta 8 variation of THC, and Kava, which is an all-natural.
Yeah, it's like from the Pacific
root.
Islands. Yeah, it's a root.
It's a root.
It's supposed to promote relaxation.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a relaxing effect, which...
So if you fall asleep on me...
I say we could all use around this time of year, or I may just fall asleep at the table.
Yep.
So we're not really sure. But I got that in a latte with almond milk and sugar-free vanilla. So.
And I got a peanut butter mocha or something. So we'll see what happens. Well,
what do you think?
Okay. I think you're okay.
I may have just spit some out. It does.
You need nothing.
No, so it tastes.
I read right before we started this that Kava is like short for bitter. It stands for better or something. So did not know that before the transaction occurred. But
no. I don't know that I'm tasting bitter, but it doesn't taste like coffee. It's kind of like the way I can put it. Yeah.
Yeah?
What's yours like?
Yeah.
Okay, so this might not be like our thing, but if you want to try it, I mean, I would say definitely come try it out.
Yeah, really cool vibe in there. Really
it's
clean.
Nice in there.
Really nice people.
Yeah.
All right.
So market in a minute. This is going to be real short and sweet today. Really what I want to talk about is just our inventory level has gone up significantly. In real time, just kind of doing averages and looking at the data that the MLS is providing, we are shy of 6 months of inventory, so we're between 5 to 6 months right now, which really points to a stable market. So we're in a healthy buying market right now. We're not really in a seller's market anymore, and we're not necessarily in a buyer's market, but we're in a healthy, stabilizing market. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're wondering what things are looking like and you're starting to get into shopping or thinking of selling. There's pros and cons to either side of it. So.
All right, guys, mortgages in a minute. So this week the Fed met. There was a lot of anticipation. Rates started kind of going up last, like Thursday, Friday, anticipation that the Fed was going to raise the rates 75 basis points. Inflation data came in right before that meeting as it's supposed to. It actually came in 3 points better than anticipated, which is a great sign, and coincidentally is what happened on November 10th when they met, which is why rates started coming down. Going up to Wednesday, we did see like a little bit of increase in rates. We did see a little bit of increase in rates the rest of Wednesday, but by Thursday they started coming down, and as of this morning, we're on a 3-month low as far as rates go. I really see the market, like she said, her market in a minute. I really see the rates kind of starting to level out a little bit. There's a lot of economists that think that we're kind of starting to get to that sweet spot. So, like she said, if you guys are interested in looking for a house, it's a great time. Inventory's up. Still a lot of great things happening for both buyers and sellers. So still trying to capitalize on both sides of that. So other than that, that's it.
Okay, topic of the day. We're kind of touch on just a couple random things this topic of the day. One thing I wanted to point out, because I was thinking about talking with some fellow colleagues this week, was just about the mindset around interest rates. Where are we right at about right now?
I think your nationwide average for a 30-year conventional is like 6.33.
Okay. So back in beginning of 2020, January 2020, I was looking back on some deals and just like what those interest rates had been locked in at, and talking with, like I said, some fellow colleagues. In January 2020, before everything hit the fan of COVID, people were locking in at like 5.5, 5.75.
Yep.
So when we talk about like where we're at now versus January 2020, we're not that far apart. And I think that the world selling when we went down to 2.5 and 2.25s and really huge interest rates, like that's not the norm, which is why I was saying that we're starting to be in that healthy market. So just kind of keep that in mind, and as we're going into the new year, we wanted to talk a little bit about spring market.
Yeah,
right?
Spring market, yep.
So of course we don't know what's going to happen in the future with interest rates. We're keeping you guys informed week to week just so that you kind of have an inside view of that. But spring market is going to start sooner rather than later.
Yep.
It's always kind of getting pushed back, but really February is that time people start getting their photos done, getting on the market, to get prepared into spring market.
Yep.
So the competitiveness is going to be there.
Competitiveness, cost of indecision is going to continue to rise.
Yep.
We've had clients that really took like a long time to get their house ready.
Yeah.
Kind of like missed like the height of the market,
Yeah.
but still like really coming in at good values, and are able to make a little profit on their house, and the buyer going into it
Yep.
is able to kind of help with some savings, buy them rate if they want it, or help pay for closing costs or whatever the case may be. So
Yep.
so we got a couple weeks left before the new year. I'm wearing a sweater today because it's sweater in Florida.
It's chilly here
Yeah,
today.
so it's like 47 in Florida. That feels like 15 below zero.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think, like you said, capitalize on the market.
Yep.
Spring market's
Start getting
coming
ready.
up. Yep.
Yep.
Spring market's coming up. But don't let the cost of indecision affect your buying power and your selling power.
Absolutely. 100%. Couldn't have said it better. Well, Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, we hope it's wonderful. And we'll see you in 2023.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.